What's up, guys? I am Daniel with Alpha Camaro, and for the past couple months I have been filling up the YouTubes with a crimson or garnet red colored 2016 2SS Camaro. I appreciate you guys watching and going with me on this adventure, this journey to not only drive and improve a masterpiece, in my opinion, by GM. I figured rather than hiding behind the camera, I better, it's probably about time I introduced myself and gave you a little background on who I am. I grew up in the Southeast, lived in several states. I was always around cars or vehicles or car enthusiasts, car shows. My dad worked for a parts company, and sometimes there were supplied parts, sponsorships and things like that I was in close proximity to. I've ridden in some really fast cars. I've ridden in a Don Garlett's 55 Chevrolet with a roll forward fiberglass front end. I've driven just about anything you can imagine, from skid steers, tractors. I've driven a combine. I spent some summers in Iowa growing up with my grandparents, and lots of corn and soybeans. Anyway, I got to Texas because this is where my wife is from. I met her in Alabama. I have 3 wonderful children, all girls. Which brings me to the next point. I have a nearly 14-year-old daughter who's going to be driving soon, and she's probably going to end up driving the car that I just retired recently. 215,000 miles on a 2003 Altima. I did a couple of things to that car, but since I bought this car back in June, the Altima sat kind of on the corner of my yard under a car cover, under a tree, waiting to be revitalized. Today I had to pull it out and clean it up and start it up. It was actually surprisingly easy for a car that sat, and now it's November. In any event, what are the cars I have right now besides the Camaro and the Altima? I have a 1963 Ford Galaxy that I babied and cared for and allowed it to take up like 25 feet of my garage for 20 years. I got it in 1996, rescued it from a junkyard. Anyway, I'll do some clips and some videos and things like that of the vehicles I've got. As I mentioned in a video a couple days ago, some of the things to come on this video: I bought a camera that has a long probe on it, probably about 26 inches long on it. It's got a camera on the end, and we're going to do a little snooping around in the intake on the Camaro. I've got some black zinc-coated drilled and slotted rotors coming for the front end of this car, and we're going to do just a rotor swap, which should be pretty easy. My goal in the rotor swap, also I'm going to do brake pads. My goal with this brake work is to try and see if I can minimize not only heat and improve some performance, get rid of some brake fade, but it's also to cut down on the iron oxide brake dust that we rub into the paint of our car, or we end up wiping off of our tires, our wheels constantly. Especially on this car. I've had some cars with some decent brakes on them and some performance modified brakes and things like that, and they had brake dust, don't get me wrong, but not like this car. This car makes a ton of brake dust. and that brake dust ruins not only the paint on this car, but all the cars that are driving around you over time. All that iron oxide is floating around in the air, ruining all of our paint. But I can go off on a tangent really easily. I'm sure you guys have figured out by now. Anyway, I just thought I would say hello and give you another little push on some of the things that are coming. One of the things I'd like to say is thank you for your time and watching. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for sharing them. Thank you for telling your friends about them. I'm in the modifications and things that I do, they're probably going to be more of the sensible kind. They're not going to be, you know, $600 splitters or $800 rear spoilers. They're going to be some of the things that I know most people are going to do. I might occasionally spring something on you that will have some cost to it, but nothing crazy. I like to keep things a little bit practical, you know. But one thing's for sure, I'll do my best to keep it interesting. I'll try and get better at editing my videos, and I just want to thank you guys. And you can follow me on Instagram. I'm starting to post some pictures on there. What I'm craving, guys, is a discussion. Okay? I want to know if you don't like one of my videos. I want you to tell me why. Try and be objective about it. I mean, there's no reason to cuss me out or anything, or anybody else for that matter. But I like to have a good objective discussion. If you think I'm doing something stupid or you don't like it, then, you know, maybe you can just say, hey man, I would do it this way, or, you know, why didn't you try that? Or what do you think about this or that? So anyway, kind of our little agreement, if you will. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. And I promise I will keep the videos coming. One of the things that we strive to do when we make YouTube videos is to get as many views and as many subscribers as we can. And the other thing that we strive for is to know if someone likes our videos. We don't know if you like our videos if you don't click that you like them. So if you can, if you will, please do me a favor and click that you like it, or tell me why you didn't like it. Like I said, I will not disappoint you. I will keep on cranking out videos. I love this car. I think it's amazing. It's certainly not the fastest car I've ever driven or driven in, but as far as cars to own, this is certainly one of the best ones in my opinion that you could aspire to own. It's not a crazy price by any means for what it is. 450 horsepower. I'm guessing 410, 415, something like that on the pavement. It sounds great. And the longer I own it, the less I feel like it looks like a 5th gen Camaro. When I drive down the road, everybody is turning their heads. I see 5th gen Camaros all the time. And as I drive by them, they're all looking at me or they're waving at me. And I love that too. I love the camaraderie and feeling like you're a part of something. So those are some of the things to kind of think about. If you want one of these, man, I wouldn't hesitate. I wouldn't hesitate for a second, to be honest with you. Anyway, I appreciate you. Follow me on Instagram, like I said, and I guess I'll catch you guys later. If you have a Camaro, keep enjoying it, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks, guys.